Congresswoman Judy Chu joins me now. Congresswoman, thank you for being here. I first want to offer my condolences to you, to your constituents. This was another horrible thing for folks across America to wake up to. Horrific. It's an unimaginable situation. But my question to you is, you've heard the two press conferences now. Does your office have any additional information? Are you being kept abreast and briefed as this situation unfolds?
Yes, I am. And in fact, I am in touch with the White House and the FBI and their sources in terms of what is going on.
And I know authorities say it is too early to determine if this is a targeted attack, but do you suspect this to be a hate crime?
Well, that is still to be determined. I was very glad in the first press conference to actually talk to the FBI. They immediately came out to share their resources, but also to determine whether this was a hate crime. So we do not know that. But I am hopeful that the person in this white cargo van is indeed the criminal who did all this. This certainly matches the description of the white van that left Alhambra after the shooter went to the second dance studio.
What is the temperature in the community right now, Congresswoman? We have been reporting today that there were additional Lunar New Year celebrations in Monterey Park that have since been canceled. How are people feeling?
People are anxious and fearful, especially when they thought about a shooter being out there out large. If this is indeed the shooter in this white van, certainly that will relieve many people's fears. But people are so uneasy, and this is in the face of a time when we should be celebrating. The Lunar New Year is the highlight of the year for Asian Americans and Asians all across the world. This is a time to celebrate, to be with family, to have dinners, to go to events. And that's what we should have been doing. There were thousands of people, in fact, that were there hours earlier and only 1 block away. And
1 block away from the incident.
Enthusiastic.
From the shooting,
yeah,
yes.
From the shooting incident. They were so enthusiastic after being cooped up for 3 years and not having such celebrations in person.
The point that you just made, California Governor Gavin Newsom also made that point. He tweeted earlier saying that Monterey Park should have had a night of joyful celebration of the Lunar New Year. He goes on to say instead they were the victims of a horrific and heartless act of gun violence. Our hearts mourn as we learn more about the devastating facts of last night. We condemn gun violence every single time this happens, Congresswoman, but nothing is done. What needs to happen? I
am so frustrated, starting back from the most horrific shootings, like in Sandy Hook and the Pulse nightclub. That's why I did join the Gun Safety Caucus in Congress, and we have pushed for legislation that we know can stop these situations. We know that a criminal like this could easily get a gun, despite the fact that there are universal background checks, but there are loopholes for which anybody can get a gun online or at a gun show or through a personal sale without having any background check. That loophole has to close. I also believe that there are so many other things we can do, including banning assault weapons.
It will be conversation over the next few days, we are sure. Congresswoman Judy Chu, thank you for your time. Again, our condolences to everyone in the community in Monterey Park, and we are going to continue to monitor the situation. Thank you very much.